Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and that is a 16 by 20 inch pre-primed canvas that almost fits into the camera, but not quite. So, I've got Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, number 2, number 1, and number 5, which are some of my favorites. And I have Floetrol and a container to put it into. I've got palette knives and basting brushes, and I'm going to do another keyhole swipe. I call them keyhole swipes because sometimes I leave spaces behind that look like keyholes. I also have the emergency swipe card, my magic clothing tag, which is just a piece of acetate, and you could do the same thing. So it doesn't matter what's on here because we're going to fill it in basically, and then we're going to use those Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And I'm going to start by using a shovel and some 24 karat gold Decor Americana with some orange in it. And one day I'll finally figure it out to get all that to go to the edge. I want you to go all the way across. Thank you. I don't think it matters as much as I want to make a straight line at the time. It's not important because we're going to be swiping. But by the same token, I can go back and let any residuals in the shovel just decide to let themselves flow out. So I'm going to use similar colors. I've got another very coppery color. I believe that's another Decor Americana copper. Pretty sure. Go a little slower. And I'm going to be adding stripes of color to this. Not sure what they're going to be yet. Yeah, I did push the shovel right into the puddle at the end. Gently. To let some paint fall down over, and I'm going to do that anyway. And I'm going to use another shovel and put down what color? Ha! That's the question. Okay, I was being called to turquoise a little while ago, so I think turquoise is the perfect answer. And I've got some other turquoise, and it's actually not in need of being opened, which is my favorite thing. So this is a peacock by Deco. This was a peacock. This was open too. Alright, so maybe I'll just use the darker turquoise because it's available. And I've got another lighter version of the peacock, but I'm not sure what it is or who made it. Just don't have it with me right now. Up here or down there? I think down here. I was supposed to make up myself some new dioxazine purple, and I forgot. So whatever the residuals are of that, I might have to leave you for a moment to go pick up my bottle over here. Now my idea was, since I've been just swiping these things into position, to go ahead and go from the wrong end. I had to switch everything in my studio because the sun was hitting my turntable too much. And now I don't have full swing room. I've got a beautiful purple, and I don't mind if the turquoise is in there a bit. The turquoise, the purple was a dioxazine purple also, and then I added golden iridescent pearl fine to it. Every time I play with patterns on things, it sort of teaches me something new that I might want to try on purpose. So I'm just using I'm going to use my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula to put that in there. Ooh, cool. I forgot about that. Well, it's part this and part that, and it's making me want my Venetian blue. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put that right in here. And then I think I'm going to give myself permission to put some of it right down here too. And I'm not getting full coverage. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit more. Proving my point that I don't need to start in any perfect way, because that's as far from perfect as I can get. Stick my fingers in there if necessary. Hold my shovels back so if I want some paint off of them I can use it. And continue on. So, wow, I really don't want to go too many more colors out there on a limb. I like that other turquoise better. I know I want some white and I definitely need some gold. And black is a really good catalyst for cells. Oh, wait, I gotta put the top back on. I'm going to try, even though I got big clumpy stuff in my threads and on my painting. Usually I put a strip of black across and I like that, so I'm just going to continue to give myself more black. And then I'm going to lay my hands on my 24 karat gold from Decor Americana. Shake it up. It's the one I forgot to clear the tip on, so it will take me just a moment, hopefully, and only. Yes. Now, I try and fill in my gaps, but the truth is, you can put the stripes across the paint as well. And I may do that with the white. It's an iridescent pearl fine from Golden. A hefty squeeze. Should probably fill things in. I really do intend on getting rid of dog hairs. Using the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. And now I have to decide what goes on this end, and I really want my purple. And I think I'm going to use my shovel that had the Venetian blue from Modern Masters in it. And it seems like kind of an odd color choice, but I think it's going to be okay. It's got some residuals for something, but I'm going to get all kinds of residuals from stuff pretty quick here. Okay, getting my paint out of the way is going to be a challenge today. Maybe I want that same color down at the other end. Maybe. Why don't I, yes, hide it on myself? Much? It was right there. There it is. Cool. I've had a weird couple of days and I need some art therapy. I think I started with that statement. Come on out. Something has decided to prevent my... Okay, fine, be that way. Or don't. I've got something in the tip of my bottle. Alright, so I can't do anything about that. But I can use my residuals. I can drag my shovel through. Make some racket. That Venetian blue, definitely. Ooh, that's beautiful with that purple. Wow. So I'm going to try and go sideways so we can fit everything into the picture. I have my spatula is ready. I'm going to put a little bit of Floetrol right into this dish. And then slide the cover back on as soon as I locate it. And I think it's right here. I didn't put any silver in there and I kind of want some. And maybe here, because I can still see canvas. And I think everywhere else it'll be fine. So, Floetrol bound, leave that right down below me. Get my scrape dish. Tempted to go back and forth. Very tempted, in fact. It's a little harder to scrape off the spatula than it is the tool. I'm going to try and leave spaces. And like I said, I've got all those other potential swipe tools handy. So that's my number one, and I'm going to use the residuals this time from the spatula. But that's cool. I kind of like that they're waving. That's neat. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose for sure, but like I said, I learn something new every time. And the cells are popping, which is definitely what I want. And I'm going to use that paint all the way across on the end, and even go down into that shovel that I just noticed is right below me. So this might be super simple. I'm going to swivel that around. Super simple swivel fun. Yeah, I just thought it would be fun to say that. So take the spatula, put it up against the edge, and just sort of shimmy whatever's on it down over the edge. And then if anything's dripping, you can always stick your finger in it and use it to cover it also. So far so good. I think that looks actually pretty slick. And I'm going to have to swivel again, get ready. Now I could fill in the little tiny gaps on the pre-primed canvas, or I could leave them and then just give a slight coat of, I like Liquitex varnish in gloss with a lot of water and a few coats just to protect the painting. It doesn't make it glossy, but it brings the color up on the black. So I've got time for one more, I think, on this other side. And then I have to decide if I'm going for it or not. So my ends are mostly covered, which is pretty cool. Happy about that. And I could torch. I could also, before I torch, for sure, grab my basting brush. Should I? you know I want to. Usually I want to go back and forth, but I think in this case, I'm going to go all in the same direction to start with. I might not like it, but if I haven't torched, then the surface isn't gotten so gummy that I can't do something else that I want to with it. Like use my magical purple card. I don't want to lean the tines down too far into the painting because it gets really close to the ferrule, which is what's holding the tines, like in a pool cue. And then I tend to drag more paint than I want to. I'm afraid I'm going to want to mess this up and make it very organic in a second instead of what I've got. Which is okay if you like that sort of thing, and it's not bad, but it's definitely time for me to have some real fun. As long as I didn't hide my, there it is. Aha! Got a palette knife too. So the question for me is, do I want to go the same way, or do I want to go the sideways and see what happens? And once I do that, there's no turning back. Oh, okay. I'm going to go the vertical way, even though I'm turning the painting horizontally. I'm going to turn it vertically. So I'm going to take my little scrape dish, make sure I have the right side up, That seems to be making all my colors go away. But then I don't have any Floetrol on there anymore. I really didn't want to lose all my cells. But I like that effect pretty well. It's a lot more subtle, not nearly so linear, which is okay with me. I want a much smaller swipe card, and I've got a couple. This time I'm going to try my Floetrol. Kind of like that. I'm not so sure about this over here though. Let me try some more Floetrol over there. Mess up my pretty colors. Kind of want to put some more of the color I like. That's not coming out anymore, really? Oh, that's right, it was plugged. Well, I'm almost done. And I have 2 minutes to tell you guys I need to unplug my bottle. And I have 2 books on the Amazon link, because I can, and Unlimited Possibilities. And the Amazon link is a great place to shop that helps me out. And you can find it on the link tree. And there's also Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, my webpage, and all kinds of stuff. I do like this. It's not like any of the others. I am going to give myself a little bit of that purple and this swipe card and see how I like that, and I do. So what else should I tell you guys? I had to move my crib sheet away, but thank you for all the donations that helped keep me painting all this time. I really appreciate that very much. If you'd like to be somebody who helps support the studio, you will also be included in the monthly drawing. And you can see the prizes for the monthly drawing, which are almost always paintings and sometimes books, on the end screens of any video in the last 20 seconds. Yes, I'm putting some more purple in because I like it. I could also put some more turquoise in. What else? I kind of want to go right down the middle. I didn't use any other tools. Maybe I should. I'm not sure. I really miss the black. The black is what I really liked. So I should tell you I have Teespring clothing, and nobody's buying it right now, but they have in the past, and they like the all-over print leggings and all-over print t-shirts. And you can see the clothing underneath the video. You can also find my Facebook groups, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors has the albums. Just sort of throwing in a rogue element. To change it up just a little bit. So I kind of forgot everything else I was supposed to tell you guys. But I definitely like putting a spatula through things. Not usually at such an angle or in such a hurry. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio. Saying I love you guys. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and